For nearly 90 years, a towering steel giant has stood above the waters of Coos Bay, Oregon, enduring Pacific storms, salt-laden winds, and the relentless march of time. Yet despite carrying one of America's most scenic highways, few people outside Oregon know its remarkable story. Built during the Great Depression, it was a bold effort to connect an isolated coastline, create jobs during an economic crisis, and prove that infrastructure could be both functional and beautiful. Today, as it approaches its 9th decade of service, corrosion, aging infrastructure, and seismic threats are raising an urgent question. How much longer can Oregon's iconic Conde B McCullough Memorial Bridge continue to defy time? At the beginning of the 20th century, traveling along Oregon's coastline was slow and difficult. While roads linked many coastal communities, major bays and estuaries created significant barriers that disrupted travel and commerce. The bay was an important hub for shipping, fishing, and the timber industry, but its wide waters created one of the largest transportation bottlenecks along Oregon's coastline. Travelers moving along the coast often depended on ferry crossings to continue their journey. During the 1920s and early 1930s, Oregon pursued an ambitious vision to create a continuous coastal highway. What would eventually become U.S. Route 101 was intended to connect communities from California to Washington, but achieving this goal required permanent bridges across numerous bays and rivers. Leading the effort was Oregon's state bridge engineer, Conde B McCullough. Unlike many engineers of his era, McCullough believed bridges should be both functional and beautiful. Throughout his career, he designed a series of landmark coastal crossings, including the Conde Bay Bridge, Siuslaw River Bridge, and Alsea Bay Bridge, earning a reputation for transforming ordinary infrastructure into works of public art. The Coos Bay crossing became his greatest challenge. The bay was wide, deep, and heavily used by shipping, requiring a bridge that could provide substantial clearance while spanning a considerable distance. At the same time, McCullough wanted the structure to complement the dramatic coastal landscape. With funding secured through New Deal-era Public Works Administration programs during the Great Depression, construction of the long-awaited Coos Bay Bridge moved forward, becoming the largest and most ambitious bridge project in Oregon's history. Before we continue, don't forget to click on that subscribe button and like this video, as it's the best way to support this channel. Construction began in 1934 amid the Great Depression, one of the most difficult economic periods in American history, providing much-needed employment while advancing Oregon's transportation network. Building a bridge across Coos Bay presented enormous engineering challenges, as the structure had to span a busy navigation channel without disrupting maritime traffic. Engineers ultimately selected a steel cantilever truss design, allowing long spans to be built without temporary supports in the center of the shipping lane. The scale of the project was unprecedented for Oregon. Massive foundations were constructed in the bay to support the towering steel framework, while workers battled strong winds, difficult weather, and the logistical challenge of transporting huge quantities of materials to the site. In total, approximately 48,000 cubic yards of concrete and nearly 12 million pounds of steel were used. Hundreds of workers operated cranes, assembled steel components, poured concrete, and constructed the bridge's distinctive architectural features. The centerpiece of the structure was the massive cantilever span stretching nearly 800 feet across the main navigation channel and providing roughly 145 feet of clearance for ships below. When completed, the bridge extended more than 5,300 feet across the bay, making it the longest bridge in Oregon. Yet, engineering alone does not explain why the bridge remains so admired today. Unlike many engineers of his era, Conde B McCullough approached the project as both an engineer and an architect. Drawing inspiration from Gothic and Art Deco design traditions, he transformed what could have been a purely utilitarian crossing into a landmark structure. The bridge's towering portals resemble monumental gateways rising above the water, while decorative concrete detailing adds character rarely found in transportation infrastructure. The elegant reinforced concrete approach arches create a graceful transition to the massive steel cantilever section. while plazas and viewpoints were incorporated to allow travelers to appreciate the scenery of Coos Bay. McCullough wanted the bridge to complement the dramatic coastal landscape rather than simply cross it. When the bridge opened on June 6, 1936, at a cost of approximately $2.14 million, it immediately became one of Oregon's greatest engineering achievements. The opening of the bridge transformed life on Oregon's south coast. Its most immediate impact was eliminating the need for ferry crossings at Coos Bay, allowing uninterrupted travel along the coastal highway. This reduced travel times, improved reliability, and strengthened connections between communities throughout the region. The economic benefits were substantial. The timber industry gained a faster and more dependable route for moving workers, equipment, and goods, while improved transportation helped stimulate commercial activity across the area. The bridge also strengthened connections between communities throughout the Coos Bay region, allowing areas once separated by a major water barrier to become more integrated economically and socially. Tourism experienced a significant boost as the completion of a continuous coastal highway encouraged more travelers to explore Oregon's coastline. Hotels, restaurants, service stations, and other local businesses benefited from the growing number of visitors. Over time, the bridge itself became an attraction, drawing photographers and travelers while helping transform U.S. Route 101 into one of America's most scenic highways. While the bridge has proven remarkably durable, it has never escaped the realities of age and its harsh coastal environment. Located near the Pacific Ocean, the structure is constantly exposed to salt-laden air, moisture, strong winds, and frequent storms, creating ideal conditions for corrosion. Over time, salt penetrates concrete surfaces and reaches the reinforcing steel within. As the steel corrodes, it expands, causing cracking and spalling of the surrounding concrete. The bridge's steel components face similar challenges. Although protected by paint systems, decades of exposure gradually degrade these coatings, making corrosion a continual maintenance concern. Age presents another challenge. Designed in the 1930s, the bridge was built for traffic volumes and vehicle weights very different from those of today. While it remains capable of carrying modern traffic, nearly 90 years of use have inevitably contributed to wear and fatigue across the structure. Perhaps the most significant modern concern is seismic risk. When the bridge was constructed, modern earthquake engineering did not yet exist. Today, the threat of a major Cascadia subduction zone earthquake raises questions about how the structure would perform during extreme ground shaking, making seismic resilience an important focus of preservation efforts. Its narrow roadway and lack of modern shoulders are reminders that the bridge was designed for a very different era, presenting ongoing challenges as traffic demands continue to evolve. Recognizing the bridge's importance, Oregon chose preservation over replacement, investing tens of millions of dollars in major rehabilitation projects from the early 2000s through the early 2020s. These efforts addressed decades of deterioration caused by the harsh coastal environment and represented some of the most extensive preservation work ever undertaken on one of Oregon's historic bridges. A major focus was repairing deteriorated concrete. Engineers identified areas where corrosion had damaged reinforcing steel and caused cracking and spalling, leading to extensive restoration work on the bridge's approach arches and other concrete components. One of the most innovative aspects of the program was the installation of cathodic protection systems, which use electrical currents to reduce corrosion and significantly extend the lifespan of embedded steel reinforcement. Steel preservation was another priority, with large sections undergoing repainting and corrosion control treatments. The bridge deck also received repairs and protective overlays to extend its service life and improve driving conditions, while seismic upgrades were implemented to improve resilience and address structural vulnerabilities. The bridge's historic status made these projects especially challenging. As a structure listed on the National Register of Historic Places, engineers had to balance structural improvements with preservation of its architectural character. Original design elements were often restored rather than replaced to maintain McCullough's vision. Although these efforts required substantial investment, Oregon concluded that preservation offered greater value than replacement, protecting both a vital transportation link and one of the state's most important historic landmarks. Today, the Conde B. McCullough Memorial Bridge remains structurally significant, historically important, and operationally essential. Unlike many aging bridges across the United States, there are currently no plans to replace it, with Oregon continuing to view preservation as the preferred path forward. Future efforts are expected to focus on corrosion management, concrete preservation, steel maintenance, and seismic resilience. Because the bridge operates in a harsh marine environment, maintenance is an ongoing process rather than a one-time undertaking. Periodic painting programs, continued monitoring of concrete conditions, and potential future seismic upgrades will all play important roles in extending its lifespan. The absence of a replacement project reflects the bridge's continued functionality, enormous replacement costs, and historic significance. Replacing it would also fundamentally alter the character of Coos Bay and Oregon's coastal highway. As a result, the bridge's future will likely focus on preservation rather than replacement. Built during the Great Depression, the bridge transformed travel along Oregon's coastline and became a landmark throughout the Pacific Northwest. Nearly 90 years later, Oregon continues to preserve McCullough's masterpiece, ensuring it remains a lasting example of infrastructure that is both functional and beautiful.